Welcome to Rock Talk Lapidary, your podcast for everything rocks.
Coming to you every Thursday 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and tap that bell. Let's get rockin'.
Hi guys, welcome to Rock Talk Lapidary, where we talk everything rocks with some of Lapidary's most influential and creative people just like you. So from beginner to master lapidary, we bring something for everyone. And if you love rocks, you're going to love us. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, grab a pen and a notebook, and open it up. Open up the comments. Every week we do a live giveaway for our live viewers, and dropping comments is how to enter. Be sure to share this video out to anyone you know who loves rocks and learning. And we meet here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard and 9 p.m. Eastern. So let me go ahead and introduce our guests and our hosts, guest hosts, co-hosts. I can't talk today. All right, so to start, I'm going to introduce Courtney.
Hello.
Hi, Courtney.
How are you?
Tell us what you do and
so I'm
what's
Courtney
going on.
CNS Services, cabs and stones. I cut cabs. I sell slabs. Website is cabsandstones.com. Got the Facebook page. A little bit of everything, really.
You really do.
I buy more so than I used to. I buy rough. I slab it. I sell some of the slabs. I keep some of the slabs to cab. And I sell some cabs to jewelry makers mostly.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
It is.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's bring on Brad next. Hi, Brad.
Hey, how is everybody tonight?
Well, I'm
Brad.
doing great.
Good. I'm Brad. I own JBB Rocks. You can find us on Facebook at JBB Rocks and Metal Art. I'm mostly a sphere maker, also sell a little bit of everything. So that's where we're at.
Awesome. Glad you're here. All right, next to come on to the show is another co-host. We have lots of them. This is David Layton.
Well, hello, everybody. How's everyone tonight?
Great.
Hey, listen, we appreciate everybody who's been coming and watching. Good to see you again tonight. I'm Dave, and I have a group on Facebook called Rock Tumblers for Autism, where we make mostly pop sockets and cabs we sell, and we raise money to buy rock tumblers and actually give to kids who have autism. So if you get a chance, come and join us. Rock Tumblers for Autism. Hope to see you there.
Oh, absolutely. What a great community. I love that everyone that's on our team just has something special to bring to us, and that charity is number one in my heart. So yeah, please do go and check it out. The links for all of our everything is in the video description. So if you need to find one of us, that's a great place to look. So we do have one more co-host to introduce. Matt Sams.
Hey.
Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Good to see everybody. So I'm Matt Sams. I'm a collector and fairly new at Lapidary. I do a lot of cabs, or have recently been doing a lot of cabs, doing some freeform and going down the road of silversmithing as well. So kind of, new to the game and very exciting time, learning a whole lot and surrounded by some great folks. So I can tell you, everybody that is on there, you've got a whole lot of knowledge here, a lot of expertise, and everybody here is more than willing to help. So don't be afraid to ask any questions that you have.
Absolutely.
I did want to bring something up that we learned last week, I think, or the week before, and that is if you are joining the live tonight with us from Facebook on that link, you will have to log into YouTube to make comments. So be sure that you can do that, because that's how you're going to win the giveaway. So I would love to talk for like 20 seconds or a minute about last week's sale. We had So much
much.
participation, so
It was
much
a
fun.
blast.
We're building community here. Everybody had a good time. Oh,
Big time. And
lost Brad.
Yeah,
Oh, bye, Brad.
he's
Well, you
out
know-
in the sticks.
It was a lot of
Right.
fun.
It
It was
was.
a lot of fun. Great
And Brad
Yeah.
being new at it, he did a great job.
He did a fabulous job.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great
Absolutely.
material, great prices. The guys knocked it out of the park. Yep, and everybody got some good deals too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing I love about all of us. We all come from different places spread out all across the United States. So we each have like access to different minerals. So it's kind of like fun to buy from your friends and then they buy from you. So it's more like trading back and forth, I guess.
Yeah.
And we each do a little bit different type of work, so it's like having a different flavor. Even though Courtney and I and Matt and even you, we do make cabs, but the flavor of our cabs and what we do with them is just a little bit
Yes.
different, and it's a personality thing for us.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
Right.
Each artist
Absolutely.
has their own flavor, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting that you said about trading, Kirsten, because I'm always up for a good trade.
Good to know,
See
right?
something you like and you got something good to trade. You don't have to buy it. I'll trade you something. I'm good with that.
Mhm.
That's awesome. So our very next sales show will be on Courtney.
February 7th, and that'll be myself and Kirsten. Ryan will be selling for Kirsten. That'll be Kirsten's materials. And same time as the show, 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Tuesday, February 7th.
So we are doing our sales shows. We're just starting slow and small. So we're doing just every other week. So yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm excited for everyone to see what I have. So
Yes, absolutely.
one more thing, and that is we have some awesome stickers that we have made for merch, and they are $2 each, or if you buy 10 or more, they're $1.75 each. And you can get those by reaching us at our email, which is rocktalklapidary@gmail.com. I do want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's thank you, Dave. I do want to give a quick shout out to anybody that is listening to us on the replay or on Spotify. Please go and leave us comments. We are building a community here and we want your involvement. So, yeah, I think, does anybody else have anything they want to talk about?
I'm good today.
Excellent. Okay. So,
You noticed I buttoned my lip. Courtney was waiting for it. I buttoned my lip.
I was still let you talk. I was trying to think of if there was anything else that I wanted to say or was supposed to say, and I can't think of anything. So if you got anything to say, Dave, please feel free.
Oh, you know me, I just like to ramble because I love rocks and I love what we're doing here, and we have so much fun, and you know, of course, the one thing that's really a problem for me when we come on this show and we all do it together is I have to sit here and look behind Matt, and I'm so jealous because he has
I
this
know,
beautiful
right?
collection that he shows off all the time, you know, and it's like throwing it in my face, Matt. It just
sometimes I catch myself like getting really close to the
Right,
camera because I'm
yeah.
trying to look behind him. Yeah, it doesn't work.
There's some stuff back there that you won't normally see, that's for sure.
You know, and I don't know if, and Kirsten, you were talking about us being from all over the United States, and the thing is that some of us have met, some of us have not. I have gone down and spent time with Kirsten, and we've gone out and spent some time in the rock piles, and I know Courtney, you've done the same, but I've not met Courtney, and I've not met Sam or Brad yet. Some of us are kind of with the same vicinities when we do that, but yet we've ended up here doing this together, and we've formed our own community to bring community to our viewers.
That's right. That's right.
Very well said. All right, Matt. I'll let you do the honors.
All right, so we've got TJ Ennis coming on tonight. He owns TJ's Rocks out of Jacksonville, Florida. his family has been in the rock and mineral and gem buying, selling, trading, lapidary industry for, I think, approaching 60 years now. So I believe it's now called Legacy Rocks. It is also formerly TJ's Rocks, which was his dad before his dad passed, and that is in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. They still do have a brick and mortar store up there, as well as TJ has a brick and mortar store here. They also do a lot of tumbling and have really gotten into some sourcing and buying. TJ travels all over the world to purchase rocks, to source minerals, gems, rocks, buys a lot of rough, brings the rough back. Not to say that he doesn't purchase in the States, but he does do a lot of worldly traveling and sourcing as well. So really interesting guy. I think he's really awesome because he's an angler as well, right? So in common too. So we can talk for hours about rocks and fishing.
Boys and their toys.
Really great guy. He's out in Tucson right now. They sell enough rocks to where they go to Tucson every year. He's got quite the spread out there in Tucson. I know Tucson is just getting off the ground this year, and he is live from Tucson.
All right.
Welcome, TJ.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Welcome,
Hey.
TJ.
Good.
Good to be here.
Awesome. Hey, so I kind of introduced you while you were off the screen there. But I did tell him that your family's been in the business for about approaching 60 years now. Is that correct?
Yeah. We started in Ocean City, New Jersey, in the late '50s, and my grandfather was doing some prospecting in the Adirondack Mountains up in New York, and found some amazing garnets and some magnetite, where actually U.S. Steel still mines it today. And then that got them into doing geodes. My dad used to make geodes and make rock clocks, or my grandfather, I should say. And then that got my dad into it. And my dad was a polymer chemist, so he did that as his full-time job. And then we used to travel shows as I was a kid. And that's how it got me into the gems. And then, 23 years later, we're still doing the gems, and I got my brother into it. And he's more of the engineering mindset, so he's absolutely amazing at tumbling. We do some really cute, really cool, unique tumbled stones that's, you only see from us, and we're quickly becoming one of, if not the largest U.S. manufacturer of tumbled stones.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, that's awesome.
Very cool. And we also do, as you mentioned, I love traveling overseas. Africa's got a special place for me, and I first went over to Ethiopia in 2018, and was one of the first to bring over the new Ethiopian emerald, which was a real exciting, new gem quality emerald that hit the market. And then that led me into Malawi, which, we brought over some amazing agerine, our fredsonites, and smoky quartz, zircons, just really top class minerals. And now we're working in Zambia and doing some really nice natural citrine and different quartzes and amethyst. And, just it's really fun to see what all the world has to offer, especially with the different mines as they're constantly finding new things.
You just got a big shipment of citrine in, right?
Yeah, we just got 1,200 kilos of it in.
Wow.
And, here's what some of the, I don't know how to turn my camera around, so I'll do the best that I can to show you from the front side. But here's some of the crystals.
Nice.
And then some of the polishes. And then there's some really fun, if you've ever heard of the Japan Law Twin.
Yeah.
There's
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness.
those, and we have.
Polished one that you had. Did you guys tumble those?
Yes, we did all that in house.
Awesome.
Here's trying to. We have some new Zimbabwe amethyst. So just all types of fun stuff constantly coming from Africa. We do all the cleaning, the prep work, and literally take it right out of the ground and bring it to the shelves.
That is awesome. You guys got a Herkimer claim as well, don't you?
Yeah, we work with directly with the miners up at the AC Document and Paradise Falls, and here's a special treat for y'all. Like, I've been in the business my whole life,
Oh, that cabinet. Wow.
and I've only seen Herkimers this big a handful of times.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
Wow.
that's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Heavenly. Wow.
Yeah, that's stunning.
How is it able to all stay together like that? That's impressive.
They reconstruct them. They don't come out of the pocket that way. The pressure change and the temperature variance when the pocket gets hit separates them all. But they're, the people in the lab, I deal with the lab called MCP. They're the Italians in Milano, Italy. And they're absolutely incredible how they can take these pieces, put them back exactly how nature put them together, and you can never tell.
Right. Yeah,
Here's
that's
some-
really neat.
Here's some of the other ones.
So those are a little smaller. Like, what's the price variance that you got at your show?
Herkimers are kind of, and most of the crystals are kind of like how you would think diamonds. I mean, you buy a rock for 50 cents or, there's plenty of vendors out here that have rocks well into the millions of dollars, if not more.
Wow.
I mean, I know the steamboat, the Queen Pocket steamboat from California, the Tourmaline, is valued at multi-millions of dollars.
Hey, so how long are you guys going to be there for the duration of the show at Tucson?
Yeah. I have a permanent warehouse out here, so we'll be out here from all the way to the 12th when the show ends.
And where is that located at, in case anybody is out that way?
We're in Mineral City, which is located at 1801 North Oracle Road in Tucson, Arizona.
Very cool.
Awesome.
How much?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Chelsea.
I was just gonna ask like a off the wall curiosity question. How many pounds of rock did you bring down to Tucson?
We probably brought about 4 tons.
Wow.
About 8 or 9,000 pounds.
I know when I stopped and saw him, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or so, he was still loading stuff. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we import by the sea container, which is 26 tons, and we got 3 containers in last year. I've got 2 more coming in March and April this year, and probably more coming in later. As I'm going back to Zambia in April.
Wow.
Hey, so while we're talking about sourcing, how about talk about a couple of adventures? What's the sketchiest place you've been to?
Without a doubt, Congo. I mean that the airports are just there is no airport really, and most of like when you go into Addis Ababa, you fly into a long way. They have different protected areas like the hotels, will be protected and all that, but Congo's not like that. If you don't know somebody, it's a scary place. And everybody's, I lost a few $100s just not knowing what to do. Asking for a phone call or a cab or, But I'd say the most interesting situation had to have been in Ethiopia. I was going to Awassa. We had a contact to meet there for some of the emeralds. And as we were going, these desolate back roads in the middle of the jungle type of thing, they have these checkpoints in the middle of nowhere. and they're basically just officials that want to see what you're doing. And things can go really well, or things can go really bad really quick. And like, as we were approached, everything's good, you know. And my guy that I went with is real go-lucky, easy guy. He looks back at me in a serious face like that. He's like, put those emeralds in that pillow right now. I was like, sure, I ain't gonna question you. So we put the emeralds in the pillow, and when we went up there, these officials with AR-15s come around the van and ask him if we're carrying anything. Do we have anything to declare? And we all said, you know, no, we're just traveling. And they looked in our van, and obviously they didn't see anything, and they let us go. But that, you know, that had my hairs raised. But just what's funny though is just this year, my friend Farouk went to Malawi, not Ethiopia, did the same checkpoint where he didn't hide the stones, and that poor guy is still in custody in Malawi police.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's you know, the rule of law is a different place in Africa.
Yeah, you're not in Kansas anymore, huh?
No,
Right,
no.
right.
It usually takes bribe or money, or sometimes, you know, time is the only thing. But it can be it can get dangerous really quick over there.
Wow.
That's why, you know, my golden rule is that I won't go a place that I don't have a native to go there with. Like when I went to Ethiopia, my friend Ambe lives in Addis. My friend Mr. Pinciati of Malawi lives in Lilongwe, and Mr. Monswa of Zambia, you know, lives in Zambia. So that's the only. I won't travel without that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that local knowledge. I know I've traveled for work some, and that local knowledge is a big deal.
Oh yeah, you were up in the wrong place, say the wrong things. Your situation could turn out not so well.
Hey, TJ, we're losing your
That's all the
signal.
fun of it.
Can you move a little bit? We're losing your signal.
Yeah, is this better?
I was just going to say while he's doing that, I experienced that in Utah. You don't have to leave the
Oh,
United
yeah?
States.
You did? It was coming to my house that you experienced that, right?
That's better, TJ. So how about
I've been pretty rough.
how about the best place that you've been? Your most favorite place?
I mean, all of Africa is really beautiful. I mean, Lake Malawi is probably my favorite place, though. I mean, it's perfectly clean water. There's, you know, it's like swimming in a tropical fish tank. They have all the African cichlids there, and you know, the food's incredible there. Like the way they cook fish and meat is just on a unique level, to say the least. And the coffee, it's the whole experience of Africa is really my whole favorite. But I'd say Lake Malawi was my favorite place.
Awesome. So this tumbling operation, I know you guys are getting into making some of your own tumblers, retrofitting some tumblers, and really gearing up to make it a much larger operation. You do that out of Downingtown, right?
Yeah. My brother has a facility right outside of Downingtown.
So tell us more about that tumbling operation. I mean, you guys buy rough and then cut it up and then tumble it, and then what do you do with it?
Yeah, well, it really started with a small idea of just a basic rock, you know, lotto tumbler. We grabbed, 10 of them. I approached my brother who works out of township, knew nothing or care less about rocks. I approached him with the idea based on seeing Chinese and Indian manufacturing and shipping going up, that I think that if we could bring manufacturing to the States, that we'd be successful. So I bought him the 10 tumblers and promised him that you'll never not have enough rocks to tumble. And we went from there, and it was 10 small machines, and then a couple years later it turned into bigger machines, and then we're in our 5th year now, and we're tumbling almost 6,000 kilos a month now.
Wow.
Wow. Now, Kelly, was tumbling just an idea, or is there a connection for you with tumbling?
It was something my dad always messed with in his shop in Pennsylvania. He had, one of those little vibratory tumblers, and just the whole, just the whole idea of it was just, it's fun to be able to source rough and create a product out of it. And I'd say the real, to come to think of it, the real turning point, and I'll never forget it, was when I was in Ethiopia. I was talking to Biniam and telling them about crystals. And I was like, when it comes to buying crystals, you got to think about it like drinking out of a wine glass. Do you want to drink out of a chipped wine glass? No, you want the perfect, undamaged wine glass so you don't cut yourself, same as you would buy a crystal. Long story short, did the whole thing. At the end of it, he took the crystals, he looked at it, he smiled at me, and he threw it back in the pile. And I literally just go like this. Well, that was a waste of time. And I was like, so going for crystals in Africa is only going to be, a luck at any point, But the rough, they could throw it, they could kick it, they could hit it with a hammer. It doesn't matter. As long as it's in my hands, I can do something with it. And that's really where it started from. I mean, I'm sure everyone kind of noticed the shipping increased over the years. Most stuff coming into the States has to go from the mine to Chinese, Indian manufacturer, and then shipped again to the States, which is all adds up quickly to 50 kilos.
Awesome.
Do you ship in 55-gallon drums? Is that how you do it when you're bringing it back?
Yeah, most of them gets loaded in the 25 or 50 kilo sacks. Because I had a problem with customs with the drums and the wood, and I had to pay for an entire container again because I had wood pallets that weren't stamped. Customs and shipping nightmares.
Yeah. Hey, your
Sounds like it.
Your operation in Downingtown, the store in Downingtown. We've got a couple of folks that are from that area that would like to stop by and check you out. Where's that located?
That's in 4433 West Lincoln Highway in Downingtown, PA. And that's under Legacy Rocks, which is basically the remnants of my dad's company. He passed away a couple years ago, and my mom wanted to keep the store going, but changed the name to Legacy Rocks. So that's my mom up there with a lot of our products in there, obviously. And it's a really cool rock shop. It's definitely a rock shop. It's one of the few places you walk in and you'll see nothing but rocks.
That's
I
awesome.
tell you, Downingtown's not a big spot. I used to have an operation when I worked in the railroad industry. I had an operation there in Downingtown, and it's not a great big spot,
Yeah, it's a small town for sure.
Yeah.
Why are all the great places in PA anyway? I mean, I live on the West Coast.
There's a lot
Oregon
better
ain't so
parts of
bad.
mine. That's-
So what's your plans for the future? What do you see going on? You're going to continue to grow, continue down this path of tumbling.
Yeah, I mean, I have some cool ideas. I think, we want to be one of the largest U.S. manufacturers to get to a point where we can run full containers in a month's time. We also are looking into kind of creating like a center / attraction amusement park where we're going to put a shop. And my idea is in the back to cut out like a 10, 20 acre pond and put different islands on it with, Madagascar Island, Ethiopia Island, Zambia Island, and have all the rocks from there and people in traditional clothes, the food, the everything. Have a cave where the kids can run in and fill buckets up with tumbled stones, gem mining sloughs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
And just different like nature trails with different cool rocks and waterfalls, and just make it a really cool place to come hang out and then buy some cool rocks.
Oh, Kelly, I
I'd never
gotta
leave.
tell you, you're speaking to me because I'm a
Now like this, my favorite idea is I want to cut out an old 40-foot boat and turn it into a working lapidary. So when I'm on my way out to the grounds,
there
I
you
can be
go.
cutting stones.
Man.
That would be awesome.
It wouldn't be that hard to do.
Yeah.
When you
that
talk
would be-
about the kids, you get me. I'm a special education teacher, and I was like you. 4 years ago, my dad gave me an old 30-year-old vibratory tumbler that got me started in tumbling. That's how I got into lapidary. But I found I could take those rocks into the classroom and the kids, and that's how we started our rock tumblers for autism. But they just go bonkers over polished rocks.
They really do. They really do. I mean, it's incredible to see the kids' reactions to seeing those stones go from a rock to a polished stone.
Right.
I mean, I know, when I worked for my dad in his shop, it was incredible to see, the kids that would come in with their mom, and how it can be, hard to keep them focused. And these rocks were just absolutely the best thing in the world for them. It's amazing what you're doing. It really is.
So who else has got some questions for TJ?
Oh gosh, I mean, I want to know, what's Tucson like? How long have you been going there?
I've been going to Tucson since 2001.
Okay.
You're a
and
sourdough.
well, I'm sorry.
I said you're a sourdough. That's an Alaskan reference. Sorry. It just means that you've done your time. That's good.
Done it a couple of years for sure, but it's incredible. I mean, it takes over the whole city. I mean, you have dealers that are as large as Walmart, essentially.
Oh.
It's I mean, it's hard to really put into words. It's like I tell everyone that comes to Tucson, you never forget your first Tucson. I mean, you see the nicest rocks in the world, and they're just every. I mean, I come in here, for over 20 years now. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've seen the entire show.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow.
I mean, I have my favorite spots for sure, but I mean, for the most part, it's just too much.
Right.
What are your favorite spots, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed a little bit in the last couple of years, but there's a new area of Mineral City is really one of my favorites. That's where you can get awesome minerals. They have a place called the Strip. That's a chain of hotels that starts at the Quality Inn and ends at the Ramada. And that's just, tons of hotels and rooms and vendors. And I mean, there must be 200 tractor trailers full of rocks that go on just in between those hotels.
Amazing.
That's one thing that kind of freaks me out about Tucson because I've never been. It's been a dream of mine for years, but the idea of just like going into a random hotel and to a random hotel room, like, do they have like floors set aside for the rock show, or is it just like super random?
They have the bottom floors are pretty much, all open to the show, and they just leave all the doors open and everyone has their signs and, come on in and out. A lot of it's in tents, and like where I'm at now, instead of before where I'd rent the tent for 2 or 3 weeks and that would be it. A big thing now is the warehouses where we can show during the gem show, but we can leave all our stuff here during the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Then you're not hauling a bunch back.
You
and
can
forth.
leave your stuff?
yeah, like I leave all my light
Cool.
plays and tables, and a lot of my inventory that I have overflow of, I'll leave here.
Wow.
That's really helpful, isn't it, to your show?
Oh, it's monumental, and I can come here throughout the year too, which is amazing.
So I have to tell you, I just got a text and I looked down and it was Highland Park Lapidary letting me know that the Tucson show, they're going to give me a 10% discount on the saw I've been looking at. Just thought it was a coincidence. We're talking about all of that. And there are some really great vendors that are there at the show. Do you get to go see those?
Yeah, yeah. I definitely get to go around. A lot of the vendors are, almost personal friends at this point. We've traveled so many years together. So yeah, I have to go out and say hello to everybody.
That's got to be fun.
Yeah,
Do you have like a top 3 people that you like to go visit, that people should go visit besides you?
Um, yeah, I would. Uh, uh, John from Village Silversmith is a really good dealer. He's out of Boston, Massachusetts, and he's really good to go see. Uh, Natter from Enter the Earth in Asheville, North Carolina, is another personal friend. We came up in the business together, and now he's huge. I mean, he probably does 15 container just here in Tucson. Um, and then I don't know. Those are kind of my two favorite, people to send people to.
Okay.
So it's a lot about networking and that sort of thing out there, huh?
I'm sorry.
I said it's a lot about networking and that sort of thing out there.
Oh yeah, in Tucson, the workday literally never ends. I mean, you're out at night doing dinners and constantly meeting new people and trying to find new stones. And like last night, I went out just to have dinner and came home with this.
Wow.
It's a heck of a dinner.
What is it?
It's a huge sparkly hematite phantom included quartz from Nigeria. It's about 26 over 50 pounds.
So it's
Wow.
a plate?
Yeah, single plate.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can see it. It's hard for me to see because I can't.
Oh yeah,
turn it.
that's huge. So you can tell. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of our viewers wants to know if you never had gone to either and you had to decide which one to go to, would you pick Tucson or Quartzsite?
I would put a small asterisk to that. I think Tucson is better show overall, 100%. Quartzsite is a better place for lapidary. I think you get better cutting rough there and a little bit better deals.
Okay. That's good to know.
Are there a lot of dealers there selling Tiffany stone? That's my favorite.
No, that's pretty protected mine. I tried to buy that mine, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a friend who has a claim on a tailings pile, so
yeah.
that's pretty awesome. But there's not much there. No great big $10,000 polished nodules.
There is, but it's all BLM land, and the way a lot of those mines work out there is you have to post bond and tell the BLM how much you're going to mine.
Right.
Right?
And you
That's
tell
true.
them that, they're going to tell you, okay, well, based on what you're claiming you're going to mine, you owe us this for that. And a lot of those price tags don't make any sense. So a lot of, that's why you don't see any new claims of Tiffany stone or big production out there, because the BLM doesn't, at least from my experience, it seems like they don't want us digging.
Well, the government has it, so they have it under armed guard protection. So if you drive out there, I've been there, I've driven out there, it's freaky. So
Yeah, there's all types of different, the government was out there doing a bunch of different samples, and they actually used a lot of that location to make steel for the war.
yeah, they crush it up and get the bertrandite out of it and use it on space shuttles and stuff. So it's kind of like a heavily
Really?
protected material.
I did not know that.
Yep.
That's interesting.
It is.
Yeah, the people that work there used to sneak it out in their lunch boxes, and if you're lucky to find someone that has an estate sale with some, that's probably your best ticket to ever get any, unless mine owners.
What pit did you go to?
I'm sorry?
Which pit did you go to? The one that was just dug out like a military trench.
It looks like a coal mine, an open ground coal mine seam. And it just goes on for quite a ways. You can't really see it from the road. And they have cameras everywhere. They have big signs that say, keep out, just out in the Utah desert.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause when I went, there's different areas all over that place that'll produce different variations of that Tiffany stone. And like there's one area where you can still see the tripod from the military used to dig in it, and it's nothing but the purple fluorite droogs. And then like where we went to the one place where they were getting the big loafs, looked like a dugout trench. And then we went to one of the abandoned mines, and it was like you go over the edge and you're down 400 feet in a second.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
There's areas all over throughout that area filled with that stuff, but it's a nightmare trying to work anything out to make it sense commercially.
I would love to know what your favorite lapidary material is.
You took my question.
I'm sorry.
I would probably go with I'd have two. I can't choose just one.
Yeah.
Gem silica and sugilite.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
I love
just say
gem silica.
For the win.
I've got a couple. This is not pure gem silica, but
Yes.
Ooh, that's a
Very
nice
That's
nice.
hot.
Ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes,
Very
it
nice.
is.
and here's
And the Suge. Oh, that's a nice piece.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
I love that polish.
That's beautiful.
I love to see pieces that are polished, but then you still see like the rind. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And honestly,
favorite
gem
thing.
silica kind of gets a little boring. It just,
Lick it again. Lick
I
it. Lick it.
like it more and more every second.
Wow.
see, I like that. A lot of pattern to that.
That's gorgeous.
That's cool.
and Petersite's really fun too. I like Petersite too.
Yeah, don't get me started on Peter's
That's
site.
Dave's favorite, I think.
It's one of my favorite.
Is it really? I got lots of it, Dave. Still.
I know,
Is that
you
the one
you
that
sent
has
me a
silver
slab
in
of
it? Peter Sites, is that the one that has silver in it, or am I thinking a different rock?
I think you're thinking
Silicylene.
a different rock.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry guys.
It's
Now, are you picking up the Chinese or the African Peter site?
the African stuff.
African, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, it's been harder to get good quality, but I was able to get a few hundred kilos this year.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I
Yeah,
know.
Josh Jr. said he never worked with it before.
Never worked with Peter
The
site?
Peter site, yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to
Interesting
cut.
material.
It's fun. It takes beautiful polish.
It sure
It
does.
Absolutely.
And it's real stable. It cuts all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get decent quality, right? I
Yeah.
mean, there's some out there that's very shreddy, but that's not, it's all about the quality of the Peter site you get, right?
Just like any other material, money talks.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I have one more like random off the wall question. What mineral or rock would you just like yeet off this planet if you could?
Ooh.
This is always a good one.
One of the rocks that I really like.
Oh, we're having audio problems.
We're losing signal, TJ.
It was great wherever you were just a few minutes ago.
Is this any better?
There you go.
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. So what are we throwing off the edge of the earth?
I'd say watermelon tourmaline.
Really?
Why? Why? Why?
I think you offended her.
Maybe.
I don't know. Too much. I've been around too much hype and too much. There's too much ego around tourmaline, especially all that. So from my end, I could do what I could do without tourmaline.
What do you
Okay.
mean by too much hype?
Like from me doing the jet shows over the last several years. You have a lot of the newer people coming in, buying these expensive gem crystals, and oh, look what I have, and the ego part of the business, and I'm just not
Uh,
that at all. So that's why I love tourmaline crystals. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, but that's why I mean like all the what from my experience, everything that comes with the people owning these crystals, that can take a lap.
Well, it seems to me like they want to make it.
they can take a lap.
It's like they want to make it much more of a rarity than what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Diamond dealers who?
Yeah, let's not go there.
Okay. What's
There are just some things that are not as rare as people think that they are, and so yeah, diamonds being one of them.
No kidding.
What's your favorite mineral that you mine?
The Herkimers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed there's no better feeling than, going like that, taking a Herkimer out of the ground.
Okay.
Now, we actually had someone a week or two back when they were asked that same question that Kirsten just asked you, said that they would throw away all of the Herkimers.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Well, tell them to give me a call. I'll come buy them.
Just last week, wasn't it? Wasn't that just last week?
That was just last week, yes.
Yeah, I can't get enough of those things.
Kirsten would say mud fossils.
Oh, yeah. Mud fossil people. Bless them. That's all I got to
Well.
say.
I pulled a trigger there.
Better not talk about it. You don't want to see me get heated.
I wouldn't throw any rocks off the face of the earth. I love them all.
So
Everyone.
yeah. Sorry, Courtney.
It's
I
okay.
got so excited I started talking over you.
No, they're fun.
We have several rock identification groups, and sometimes we get people, normally it's just like an innocent, here's a photo of something, please tell me what it is. And, we walk them through how to do mows, how to do like streak tests, everything like that. And, Matt's one of the admins. He's my first admin. And so he's been with us the whole time. But yeah, mud fossils tend to come up every once in a while. And, we just try to ignore it and stay away from the talk because it is so big right now, and it's getting even bigger, and they have it's too much. I can't handle it.
Kirsten is really quick to shoot them down as fast as they stand up.
Sorry if you're into mud fossils.
I love it.
So what's your favorite crystal that you have that's for sale right now?
I sold it yesterday.
Congratulations. I'm sorry, but also
I know,
congratulations.
It was a sugilite. It was a beautiful, polished. It was 458 gram freeform polished sugilite with rictorite. And
you sold it to somebody other than me.
I put a price on that I didn't think it would sell at, and it's still sold.
Yeah, because somebody like me saw it. That makes me really sad and very happy for you all at the same time.
Well, but I got that quartz last night that I'm pretty excited about.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of the buyers. We were talking about the other week that a lot of the buyers from international buyers weren't able to make it in the past couple of years. You starting to see them come back now?
In full force. I mean, majority of the hotels are all filled with, the Japanese and the Chinese and the Indian buyers. And I mean, they've about knocked my doors down to get in to see what we have.
Nice.
So they've definitely come back this year, which is wonderful.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's up this year? You got any places on the books to go?
Yeah, I'm going to Zambia in April, and then we're gonna go on that same trip. I'm gonna do the Ethiopia, Zambia, and Malawi all in that same trip. There's a new find of sugilite in Zambia that I'm going to chase, and there's a new find of a red phantom quartz in Malawi that I'm going to chase.
Please keep me in mind for the
Ooh.
sugilite. Please, please.
I mean,
Please.
for the quartz. Woo!
Yeah,
And
I
me for
love
all of it.
I love including, like, if there's anything you know about me is that I am an absolute quartz junkie. When it comes to included quartzes and just weird variety of quartzes, that's what I do. Like this is some of the Malawi stuff that I have is just really cool.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, and they get some
Look
pretty
at
nice
that.
rutile down there too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Woo. What's that purple rock?
This is a
I've seen
fluorite.
purple. Nice.
And
Oh, I love quartz crystals. They're one of my favorite things. I too like included quartz. What's your favorite inclusion?
Ahawite, or I don't know, Ahawite or Papagoite.
I'm going to Google. No, what are those?
They're it's like the Ahawite is kind of like the gem silica cover. It's an oxidation of copper, and the Papagoite's the same thing. It's just more of like a azurite blue within the crystal.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I don't think I've ever seen a quartz crystal like that, like an actual crystal with that coloring. That would be amazing.
They're quite rare.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
expensive.
The
I
way you
imagine.
said cover there kind of sounded like the Backstreet Boys trying to be Leonard Skinner. So, oh, I dated myself there. Nobody knows who that is anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, Sharon, you know I would
There's-
go to Zambia if I could.
Ooh,
This
look
thing-
at that. Oh,
There's
my.
hardly any fractures in that. It's such a solid piece. That's
that a rhodo?
beautiful.
It is Roto.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
there you go. Look at that.
I love it.
4 kilo piece.
4 kilos.
How much does something like that go for?
This one is 3,800.
Gonna mortgage my house. So, with the higher price point items, do you find that there are a lot of higher end buyers that go to the Tucson show as opposed to Quartzsite?
Absolutely. I you know, one of my good things that go into that Ethiopia trip for the emeralds is that one of the top mineral companies in the world who's, you know, if you look up Fine Mineral International, I got to get that connection because of those emeralds. And I mean, if you guys get a chance, look up Fine Minerals International and see the rocks that Danny Chinchillo gets to play with. They'll blow your mind.
Fine Minerals International.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Like in his Tucson.
Do it after the show's over, guys.
Right? Sorry, gotta go. Bye. No.
But no, that's kind of cool for me to see the higher end of the spectrum, because he's the one that, you know, there's this specimen called the King of Kashmir that was a aquamarine cluster that had just, I mean, the aquamarine crystals were the size of our head, multiple ones on them.
Oh,
And
wow.
Dang.
He deals with the top of the top end, and you know, it's breathtaking to see $1 million rock. I'll just put it that way. It's literally
I can
breathtaking.
imagine.
Wow. Is there anything out there that you're on the hunt for? Any big piece?
Not so much specimen wise this year. It's hard to relate what I'm doing in Africa. In the
Oh, no,
States.
we're having audio problems again. Sorry, guys.
Is this better?
That's better.
Much better.
This year, I would say, the specimens. It's hard to beat what I can do in Africa. But for rough wise, I'm just trying to look for any American rough that's unique. There's a lot of
American rough getting harder to find.
Yes and no.
Imported.
The top grade stuff is almost impossible to find. I mean, think about gem silica. You put that on, like an inspiration or ray mine piece goes for sale. You have hundreds of people ready to buy that right away. But there's also I can count on my, hands how many, just in the same state, how many rock hounds that end up having barrels and barrels full of rough that they'll never get to.
Yeah.
Well, and Jaws Jr. in our chat was just saying just a minute ago, he's not going to a place like Africa because there are so many different minerals and rough that you can hunt right here in the Northwest, even that he's not collected. That is a great thing for him. So it sounds like some are in agreement with you.
Yeah. I think there's a lifetime of rough here in the state to tumble, and not even dig anything. I think just in rock collection, there's a lifetime of rocks to tumble.
Wow.
I mean, I know cleaning out my dad's collection was, over 160 tons of material. And that was just a novice, small rock shop owner. I mean, I know there's a guy out west that offered a collection to me that said he thinks he's got over 300 containers full of rough.
Oh, my word.
What? Holy moly. Where does one store 300 containers? In a football field? That's incredible. More than that? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some people want to inherit $1 million. I just want to inherit 300 containers of rough.
No kidding.
I'll settle.
You would never even see it all in your lifetime. It would take you forever.
The one Malawi I bought had 47,500 specimens in it. I bought it 2 years ago. I still haven't even opened a third of them.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I'm stoked. Can't wait to see what's in them.
See,
it's like a mystery.
Kirsten was teasing me a couple of days ago because this little shop that I have, I've just got stuff shoved everywhere in here, and every time they turn around, I'm coming up with something else that I forgot I had, and it's like, I come out and I pet my rocks, and it's Christmas every day. I'd spend eternity in those containers doing the same thing.
Oh, it's a constant Christmas for sure.
Wow.
I leave rocks everywhere. I mean, I would be willing to bet that there's more value in my car's seat and underneath the cook. There's probably more value in my car than the car's worth.
Now tell me, you're not one of those guys that are gluing them to the center of your steering wheel, right? So you can look at them all the time?
No, sir.
Instant landmine?
Do not do that.
I make no sense. I drive a really old Chevy that I should definitely buy a nice truck, but I like my old Chevy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope,
I prefer old trucks. They're easier to work on for sure.
Well, and you can go rock hunting and don't have to worry about scratching it.
Yeah.
It's my rock truck. I mean, I grew up with my dad. We bought that truck brand new when we first started doing shows, so it's like, still makes me feel like I'm fun with them. Yeah.
Aww.
I just picked up a 92 Toyota 4x.
Nice.
King cab, and same thing. It's a good looking truck, but I don't have to worry about getting a scratch on it or if I get it stuck somewhere. Just an old truck.
Yeah, it's my battleship. I mean, it'll keep running.
Right?
Yep, them old Chevys are good trucks.
Yeah, I think you got the real battleship, Sam. Jesus Christ, that's a huge truck.
Yeah, I think he took that to some dock somewhere and had those guys that build the battleships work on it for him.
I think so.
It's a big truck when you see it in person. It's big.
Yeah, it's a big one.
So Kelly, I saw you show all kinds of stuff there, and I don't remember what you said about some of it. I know you do the tumbling and you do all the rough. Do you do any cabbing yourself, or is it mostly just handling just rough?
I do a little bit of cabbing. Like I don't have the time to do it that much.
Right,
But
that's going to be tough.
when I do, I actually like doing the like free forms of opal. Like I take these little opal nodules
Oh, beautiful! Look at that.
Oh,
and then
wow.
I'll polish them up to like this.
Oh yeah.
Fancy.
Oh
I
my
love it.
goodness.
It's
Those
got
are
a
lot
good
of fun.
price on it, too.
Yeah, we get them directly from Ethiopia. That's one of my favorite is the chocolate opals.
Well, now that looks like some material that Matt was just showing us that he was working on.
Hey TJ, that one that I picked up from you.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Nice.
Played in that one, but
Now, I've never worked opal. My dad was really big into working opal, but his was
teal.
Australian opal, but I never have worked on it.
It's easy to cut and even easier to break.
And that's what I hear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I got to sit the next couple plays out when I cut these opals because they'll get you so upset breaking, but then it just takes that right one to like get all the spark back in the end when you want to go get them again.
Yeah, so that thing wound up with teal, red, blue, purple, green, yellow.
Nice.
I mean, it was turned out real nice.
Awesome.
A massive piece, you know.
Yeah,
Now, Kelly, one of the things
polished, they come alive.
One of the things that are really popular up here, and I don't know if they have it in those southern continents, is fire agate, and we get some really exotic fire agate from down Mexico and New Mexico, places like that. Anything similar down there?
You know, you don't see that much. I mean, in Arizona, I know you find some Arizona fire agate nearby, but I've not seen anything like that to my knowledge in Africa.
I'd have thought with all that volcanic country down there, that would be something that would be,
Well, I mean, a lot of it is they probably might have signed it, but they don't get to grind it to know that the colors in it. So they're
right.
on to something else.
How about the lapidary equipment you do run into over there in some of those countries, third world type countries? Pretty sketchy equipment.
Yes. It works. That's pretty much all you can say about it.
I've seen some of those videos.
Like, I don't know how, there's some of them boys, I don't know how they get up after, or like sitting on a little stump of wood, crouched over for all day long. I don't know. My hat's off. Some of these guys can cut little, 2-3 point faceted stones by hand. How are you doing that?
Wow.
It's incredible.
Unreal.
Did we lose Courtney?
Yeah, Courtney had to go.
Okay.
I'd say we get ready for a giveaway, huh?
Awesome. I've been keeping track of everybody in the comments, and we're going to have our guest pick a number. Let me check. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 12. And Dave is the one doing the giveaway today.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this on the camera where I may not be able to get a really good shot. I actually have a slab here of Saddle Mountain petrified wood that I just cut, and was actually the piece of rough was donated to our charity by Jaws Jr., who is in our chat right now. And
Awesome.
so
Thank you, Jaws.
this is going to be our giveaway tonight. There we go. So a little more light on it.
There you go. There's some more light.
There's more light on it. Pretty decent stuff.
That's that stuff you had on Facebook the other day, huh? That Saddle Mountain?
Yeah, that's the Saddle Mountain that I was posting.
Yeah. Nice. So pick a number between 1 and, what'd you say, 12?
Yep.
All right, let's do let's do 11.
Jaws! Jaws won. Okay.
He gets his own
Hopefully you
material
can see
back.
that.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty awesome. You just slabbed it for him.
Yeah, he gave that to me a couple of weeks ago when I was over to his house. He lives right here in town where I'm at.
He said
And,
pick another number, TJ.
Another number. Let's do number 2.
Number 2. Ew. Oh,
Thank
number
you.
2 is William Marcus. Bill.
William Marcus.
I am frozen. Can you guys even see me?
We
I
can
look
hear
frozen.
you. We can
Okay,
hear
well,
you.
you can hear me. Bill, William Marcus, you won. So we'll get together and get that to you. Thank you.
William,
Hey,
congratulations.
TJ,
Guys,
that William Marcus is the one that was asking about your Downingtown, Pennsylvania location.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's the one that said that he was going to stop by and check you out up there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my mom will definitely be welcome to see him.
Awesome. Now, are they doing any lapidary out of the Downingtown location?
No, that's my mom. She's bringing in some of the stuff that we're doing, but she's mostly selling off my dad's collection.
Yeah, keep him busy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, awesome. How long are you out there for?
We'll be out here till probably the 16th or 17th by the time we're all wrapped up.
And when does it close? When does the show shut down?
Officially, most shows are going to be closing about the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah, how much material do you have with you out there? I mean, is it like trailer loads of the stuff, or what do you do?
Yeah. We brought out a 14-foot trailer and my truck with the cab full of material, and then shipped out. I don't know, probably 60 or 60 some priority boxes. There's about there's a good 8,000 pounds of material.
So you are one of the guys that I see that by the time they get everything loaded, you see them try to go down the road, and the front of the pickup truck sits 4 feet higher than the back.
Oh yeah. Anything that's happened to a truck or trailer, I've done it.
Well, and before I became a teacher, I was actually a long hauler, so I drove truck most of my life. So, you put on what you can get on, and things happen.
Yeah, things happen. Spindles break, tires blow out, wheels pass you by. It happens.
I was an owner operator, used to have a long nose Peterbilt and a flatbed step deck. One thing I can say I never experienced was my wheel passing me up. So,
I've driven a few long nose Pete's and hauled some pretty sketchy stuff. And
oh yeah,
the first time that I did, it was for a guy named Dave in Alabama, and I said, "Hey man, I don't know about this," and he was like, "It was a rail car, right? The ends were cut off, and they were pulling it to his recycling plant." And I said, "What happens if this thing comes off here?" He's like, "Just keep going, don't look back." I said, "Oh."
Believe it or not, one of the first loads I ever hauled when I bought that Peterbilt years ago was over here out of Idaho. I went and picked up a load of landscaping rock. It was big stuff that they were putting in that somebody was having their house landscaped, and that was one of the first things I hauled. So I was happy with that.
Awesome.
Well, it looks like we may not be getting Kirsten back here.
I'm back,
Oh,
but you
nerd.
can't see my face. I'm sorry, guys. My camera, for some reason, just shut down and said, we're done. So,
Well, and I
not
know we're
good.
getting a little bit past our time here, so Kirsten, we'll turn this back over to you unless Matt has some other questions that he'd like to ask, or TJ has something he'd like to put in.
No, I think we're good. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, trying to get everything rolling. And everything's kind of already rolling before the show even starts. So I really appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Our audience
I enjoy it. I appreciate you all having me on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And anytime you can join us, we'd love to have you. So we'll be looking
Absolutely.
forward to chatting with you again if you can make some time for us.
Yeah, sounds good. Maybe we'll come back on when I get one in one of the shipments, and we can have some fun opening it together.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to opening that package and seeing that chocolate opal from you.
He's got quite a few.
Have to check into that.
I'll take my phone down there and you can pick one out.
Oh man,
Yeah,
don't tempt me that way.
There's hundreds of pounds to look through.
Wow, that's awesome, man. So glad to get to know you, Kelly. I know we didn't get to talk much before we started the show here. Really get to know each other. Just kind of the way this show works. Sometimes everybody on different schedules and trying to make it all work. It was really great to meet you and great to have you on the show.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. I'm going to go ahead and take you and put you in the green room. Thank you for being here tonight with us. Awesome. Thank you, Matt, for bringing TJ's Rocks on. Very, very informative. Would you like to say some final things?
I tell you, great guy. He's got some great material. They do a really, to me, anything industrial and polishing and that sort of thing. That's really, really neat to me. So, he's a guy, as I said before, I was mainly a collector, and I've just kind of gone down this road. I don't know how the hell I got on the road of lapidary and, looking at tumblers and saws, and here we are. I'm neck deep in it now. So, to talk to somebody like TJ that comes from, 60 plus years or 60 years of the rock business and is a successful guy and venturing down new roads himself, to me, that's a success story. And not only that, but great guy, great family guy, has awesome material. As you've heard from TJ, he sources a lot of the stuff himself, goes out and hand picks it, goes through great lengths to bring some of the best material. So I would say, give him a shot. Check out his website. Check out his Facebook page. Throw him some business if you're looking for anything great. I personally have been there, and I'm kind of going down this Larimore road. I've got so many rocks sitting on my desk right now, but kind of going down this Larimore road, and Larimore is pretty hard to come by. Decent Larimore, but
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
beautiful stuff. That one there has a fracture, a self-healed fracture in it. That's a really neat piece. Yeah, that piece
It's so
is
gemmy.
beautiful stuff. And I really like that I can look at what material I am before I actually throw it on my wheels or cut it down, because I can see what it is, right? And that's truly what I like about it. Not only that, but you're not talking about thin pieces either. So I appreciate your service, TJ. Thanks for coming on, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. We appreciate y'all and enjoy being on, and y'all and have a good night.
Thanks, Matt. I'm going to go ahead and take you out. And then we have TJ's Rocks here. So is there any final things that you would like to share with our viewers?
No, I'd say, you guys want to check me out more, look us up on Facebook at TJ's Rocks, or if you're around Tucson, we're at 1801 North Oracle Road here. And besides that, rock on.
Rock on. That's right. All right. I'm going to take you out. Thank you so very much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
I did not mean to cut him off. I do that every time. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, we thank you so much for being here with us. We are continually trying to grow our community. So if you want to connect with us, you can reach us at Rock Talk Lapidary on Facebook. You can email us at rocktalklapidary@gmail.com. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Keep on rocking.
Great show, guys.
Let's go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.